listening to the Swish Edition because you have nothing better to do.
Hey, Scott, it's Thursday, and I want to talk about something that has swept through my house. Everyone in my house, myself, my husband, my 7-year-old, we are all obsessed with K-Pop Demon Hunters, which is a movie that's on Netflix right now. And it's anime, but I don't want to say that because I think that alienates people. I would have been not interested at all in watching it because I'm not into anime. But my 7-year-old came home from school talking about it, and he pulled it up on Netflix and was watching it. And my husband and I were like, what is that song? It's so catchy. We're all obsessed with it. So it's a film that follows a Korean K-pop girl group called Huntrix, who are leading double lives as demon hunters behind the scenes, and they're facing off against this rival boy band, K-pop boy band that are called the Saja Boys. Anyway, it is the most watched original title on Netflix in history. 266 million views. The craziest thing to me is that
ever
in the history of Netflix. If you look at the Billboard charts, some of the songs from this movie are climbing the charts by bands that don't exist, fictitious, fictional bands. And there's a sequel in development, of course.
Nice. Of course.
But the thing that is so compelling to me is that if you know anything about K-pop, it's like a huge, huge, huge industry in Korea, obviously. And there are companies that, that make these stars. The person who sang the singing voice of the lead female character in the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, her name is EJ, totally different from the actress who voices the speaking lines. She toiled away in obscurity as a trainee for SM Entertainment, which is one of the biggest companies in Korea that produce these K-pop artists. For 10 years, they told her she wasn't good enough. She was rejected over and over and over again. And then at the end of it, they were like, now it's been 10 years and you're too old, so now you're done. So she gave up on singing herself. And she started producing and writing music for other people. Ironically, she wrote a song that became a hit for Red Velvet, which is a K-pop girl band that SM Entertainment produced. So that was the irony. But then she was asked to work on this movie, and they asked her to help write the songs and do all the stuff. And then at some point, the producers were like, why are we trying to find someone else to sing these songs? She should sing them because she's amazing. Her name is EJ. I predict, I'm going on record today predicting that the song Golden from this movie is going to get nominated at the Oscars. And I hope it does. And I hope that EJ gets to go up there and give the most satisfying Oscar acceptance speech on behalf of the soundtrack or the song from the movie that's ever been in history. I love it.
Wow. Well, I guess Kristen just spoke for 29 minutes about this movie. She must really like it.
It's so good.
I almost fell asleep. No. All right.
No,
so
you did not.
In case you guys are questioning how this movie could possibly be nominated for an Oscar, it's because they did a sing-along theatrical release. So the movie was in theaters. So it officially counts.
Oh, I skipped that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks for telling us that you skipped that since it was obvious. Jesus Christ. Now I have to edit that. She's such a bitch. And you know what? I've been putting up with this for almost 4 decades.
Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
Listen, I was, on yesterday's show, I mentioned that Kristen's wedding anniversary is coming up next weekend. I was the maid of honor in her wedding.
No, we didn't call you that.
All right. I was the man of honor.
The man of
Kristen
honor.
and Rob's wedding. Kristen didn't even come to my wedding. That's how much of a bitch she is. Anyway.
But you didn't. That's not fair. You eloped or whatever. You just went to like the Elvis chapel. That's not fair. I would have come if you had invited me.
So getting back to, obviously I was kidding. Getting back to the K-pop thing, I've always loved K-pop. Dale and I have been jamming out to K-pop since it first hit the U.S.
Really?
Airways. Oh yeah, we love it. What's that group that we love so much?
BTS?
Yeah, BTS, of course. Love them. Blackpink. Love all that stuff. I didn't think that I wanted to watch this movie because I saw like what you said at the beginning of your little rant is that anime totally turns me off.
Yeah.
But then I watched it. I watched the whole thing, Kristen.
You did? You said you were only going to watch a few minutes of it. I'm glad you watched
the whole damn thing on Tuesday night after we decided we were going to talk about this today. And I guess I enjoyed it.
It's so cute.
It was
so
very
cute.
It was very unrealistic. I mean, things happened in it that couldn't happen in real life, but it was cute.
Oh my God. Have you lost your mind?
It's
First of all, it's an animated movie.
For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's basically Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but with K-pops. Yeah.
I hesitate to say this because it will make steam come out of your ears, but I was never interested in Buffy. I never watched a single episode of it. So I don't get that comparison. This is just a cute movie that has really catchy music that is actually well done, well written, well executed, well sung.
Very well done.
Loved it.
It's cute. So if you guys want to check it out. It's you put it on in the background while you're vacuuming. You know.
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
From the new to the old, Kristen. I know I keep talking about this until I'm blue in the face, but
oh my Lord, the Brady Bunch again.
We're going to the Brady Bunch house again. Not me, literally, but the Brady Bunch experience will open their doors again in Studio City at the Studio City, California house, November 7th, 8th, and 9th. But this time it's for a really good cause, Kristen. They are raising money for an animal rescue organization called Wags and Walks.
Okay. I'll get behind it if it's for that.
How could you not get behind an animal rescue? I'm going to do an aside right now. Are you ready for this? It's an aside.
Yes.
I was just telling Kristen before we went into the studio to tape the episode. I said, Kristen, whatever you do not read the comments on our Instagram reels and our TikTok videos. So I don't know if you guys aren't TikTok or Instagram people, you probably don't know that I take bits and pieces of each episode and I throw them up on social media to get a little bit more attention to our show. Well, one of our videos, when we were talking about the Instagram guy that was charged $10,000 by Airbnb, over 41,000 people watched that video on TikTok, and over 22,000 people watched it on Instagram.
That just blows my mind.
And the comments about you and me are just horrible. Not all of them. But people are brutal.
What did they say? We're pointless idiots or something.
Pointless dorks.
Pointless dorks.
They called us dorks.
They're kind of true. That's
kind of true. My all-time favorite comment that I saw online was, "Is this a Zoom call for two people that work together
between coworkers? Is this the beginning of a Zoom call between coworkers?"
It's so fun. Anyway, the Brady Bunch experience. If you want to go, you can't. It is sold out.
Oh wow.
$275 a person, Kristen. But what you get to do is you get to walk through the whole house. You get to take pictures, as many pictures and videos as you want. There's nothing roped off. You can touch everything. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
HGTV famously renovated the real house in Studio City, which didn't look anything like the sets from the Brady Bunch. They renovated the inside of the house to look like the real house. So,
right.
Yeah. And I love it. The tours are performed or conducted by this woman named Allison Martino, who has a company called Vintage Los Angeles. And guess what her title is? Pop culture historian. I want to know how to become one of those.
Do you have to get a degree? Do you have to have a degree in that?
There's no such thing. I don't know. There's some fucked up classes at universities these days. There are classes all about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift 101.
Like we said yesterday, she's a marketing genius. So why wouldn't there be classes on her?
I think this next story is great.
So speaking of television, the lawmakers in California, Scott, they think that commercials are too damn loud.
Because they are.
I agree with them. So, a California state senator was the first one to propose legislation to prohibit streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, Prime from playing commercials louder than the shows and the movies on their platforms. He said, but this, I love this. He said he was alerted to this issue by his legislative director, who had a newborn baby who was continuously being awakened by loud freaking commercials.
Okay.
Governor Newsom has until October 12th to sign this one into law. I feel like
I'm all
this
for
is
it.
definitely the case. I notice it on network television, of course, all the time. And it drives me bananas, drives me crazy.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, we know why they do it. They want to get our attention because we're looking at our phones. And if all of a sudden the commercials are louder, we're going to look up and see what's going on. Here's one thing that commercial people have been doing recently. And it actually works because I'm looking up from my phone to see what the fuck's happening. They go completely silent.
I've seen
that.
They
go completely silent. And then you're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, and then there are words on the screen they want you to read. And I'm like, damn it, they caught me again.
I know. I've seen that too.
And I've been caught by the same commercial like 5 times. The same one. Every time. I think, oh, the internet went out or something because our TV comes through the router.
That's funny? What everyone thinks. Yeah.
People know what they're doing.
That's
People
a good
know
ploy.
what they're doing. Yeah. I want to talk about Diddy? No, we don't even want to talk about Diddy. We'll just end the show then.
Let's just
I was going to talk about Diddy and how he thinks that he's asking the court for fairness in his next Friday. Talk about Taylor Swift Day. When her movie hits, that's the day he's going to be sentenced. So he thinks he should basically do his time is time served because he's been in jail for a year now. He was arrested last September.
Well, the whole argument is I experienced all this trauma as a child, and so it's not my fault that I became
my dad died when I was 3. I became an addict because of that. And okay, no, sorry, that's not an excuse for trafficking women and hiring prostitutes and videotaping them without their consent. And God knows all hitting one of his girlfriends, stomping on her face in a limo.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about him.
The guy is scum, and he deserves to get the 4 to 5 years behind bars. He should get a lot more than that.
Let's be done giving him any more.
Yeah, I love how we said we're not going to talk about it, and then we talked about it,
and then you did.
Yeah. All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Even though I made a joke and said I thought you were a bitch. You're not.
Bye.
You're not. Okay. Bye. See you Friday.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.